Now we're Group 8 and our topic is Factors Affecting Unemployment. And our contents include introduction, definition of unemployment, and influencing factors are immigration, economic cycle, education, and at last, they are the conclusion and recommendations. Our purpose of the report is to prove that immigration, economic trends, and education have strong relationships with unemployment, and to examine how these factors affect employment. And we hope our report could help the government to strengthen and improve macro control of employment and make employment policies more scientifically. And the methodology we use is to give unemployment examples of Ireland, US, UK, OECD countries, and precise primary and secondary data collected from CSO, Index Mundi, and some other statistics reports. According to Stewart, the definition of unemployment could be unemployed person include those who did not work at all during the survey week and who were looking for works.
One of the influencing factors is immigration. Immigration means the relocation of people to another country in order to permanently live there. And Irish people we take Ireland as an example. Irish people speak English, so there's no language barrier for Irish people if they want to move to the other English-speaking countries like the UK and USA. And actually, the living cost there is even lower than that in Ireland. From this picture, we can see that in 2012, there is about 49,000 Irish people moving to other countries, and this data is about 30,000 in 2017. And as a result, the unemployment rate of Ireland is falling. And we know that those immigrants may also be talents of Ireland. So we suggest the government encourage young people to stay in Ireland and contribute to the development of Ireland. The government should provide more social resources for them.
Another influencing factor is economic cycle. Economic cycle can be divided into 4 stages: boom, depression, recession, and recovery. The economic fluctuation cycle will obviously affect the change of the unemployment rate. When economic goes well, inflation accelerates and unemployment rate is lower. When economic cycle in the stage of weakness, inflation tends to decline and employment is usually higher. In this table, we could clearly see that how the economic cycle affects Americans' unemployment. From the year 2007 to 2008, the unemployment rate rose from 5% to 10%, and it did not recover to previous level until 2015. The labor participation rate in the United States did not recover to previous level due to the economic crisis. And the economic crisis may have a negative impact on the long-term employment trends, even if the unemployment rate has recovered to previous level.
The last influencing factor is education. According to OECD report, in general, people with higher levels of education have better prospects, and people with lower levels of education usually suffer more, especially when the economic crisis happened. And graph 2 is the Ireland unemployment rate. We can see before 2008, the unemployment of Ireland was usually below 6%, but after that, the rate rose sharply to the peak in 2012. It's about 50%. Graph 3 is the unemployment rate of persons between 25 to 64 years by education level and quota. And from this graph, we can see the people with primary or lower secondary and upper secondary education level, their unemployment rate are usually higher and unstable than those people with bachelor or graduate degree after the financial crisis. And this is also an obvious phenomenon in the US and other OECD countries. According to US Employment Statistics Report, in 2010, the unemployment is about 10% for graduates with only a high school diploma and 5% for college graduates. And in all OECD countries, tertiary graduates are more likely to be in work than non-graduates. To conclude, immigration, economic trends, and education have strong relations with unemployment. However, there are also some other factors affecting unemployment, such as technology advance, global industrial transfer, demographic sectors. And our recommendations is that the government should also improve the social programs for students and help them to find work. The experts and scholars should do more research on economic circle. And finally, the government should also put more investment in education to improve the labor quality and reduce unemployment. Thank you.